All right, welcome back. Today we're going over the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100. Now we're going to jump right into it. Now when we talk about what's happening, there's basically two levels that we're looking at. I kind of posted these on Twitter earlier. But you have this level right here about 1704 on the Nasdaq, and then your previous high on the year at 1707. Those are your two levels, and today, near the end of the day, you broke above that. Now we kind of consolidated and we're rejecting at this point, and that's why I posted this on Twitter, because it was like pretty lackluster until the end of the day. Right? You reject, eventually mount above. So that's where you're at and kind of how you finished here. Now we go into something like Qs and SPY. Now SPY, I will say, for the better part of the day, you looked good. On top of that, with the IWM, which ended at 204, our next level that we're looking at for a big resistance is around 209. Okay, so those are big things that we're looking at here. And we've already seen that tone being set for the traders that are watching this. Now, again, I'm going to go into exactly what I'm looking at, exactly what I'm liking. Past day, 3 days of trading have been lackluster. You don't expect major volume to flow in based on it being the end of the year, holidays, and everything in between here. But I still think there's a big opportunity, and I'm going to tell you exactly where I see us going on the indexes and why I continue to be bullish on these. Now, there's a few stocks that I believe have the most potential, and I will tell you exactly what I'm looking at here in a second. Before we do that, I ask you to do two things. Consider liking and subscribing. It helps out tons. I appreciate all the support. The Discord link is down below, but they're completely full as of right now. Spots will open up, I'm telling you, on the 31st, which I believe is next Sunday, or the Sunday coming up. So make sure to be on the lookout. If you are interested, we'll get right into that. So also too, I do want to go really quick over to Twitter. Been kind of dry, just haven't had a lot to post. I was gonna go ahead and do the chart breakdowns, but no one read the charts. So tonight I'm gonna go over a bunch of charts that I like from this, and I'll have all those posted tonight, so make sure you're checking that out. A bunch of charts will be posted if you're interested in stocks. Okay, again, let's look really quickly. Let's bring up some of our liquidity levels here as well. Had to take some screenshots earlier. Okay, so you can also see there, when we look here, 2 hour, you can see liquidity levels that are being held. Here on the IWM, that $200 level, massive. Get that nice wick here from Friday, bounce right out of it. Awesome. Now IWM, DXY, yields, give us a view of risk on, risk off. Now, really quickly going into DXY before we go into anything else. Now, if we look at DXY, it looks terrible. Now, if I go into yields, what we've been watching is that level right here, 4%. Okay. Now, we notice a lot of the money to be made with the volatility to the upside in NQ and SPY came when yields were just dropping. Now, they're basing down here at lows. Okay. Coincidental? Don't think so. So we'll see. 10-year also, just consolidating at lows below 200 SMA. Going back to the dollar, though. I believe the dollar will lead yields like it has been for a while now. If we go here to something like the daily, as you can see, you are brutally getting attacked. You had to go back to the 2 hour. You can see you had that break of the key level we had mentioned here, 101.75. You broke below. You flipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-hour candles of rejection. It's almost 14 hours just getting rejected at that key level and about to break down into new lows. Gross. Now showing you the next level here. A lot of people have questions about this. It's a little bit of a range I'd be looking for right here. This is my next level of where I'd be looking into around 101 flat to 109 flat. So about like a 10-cent range down there. That's where I'd be looking right there. I think you're going to come down there pretty quickly. Could hit that tonight or tomorrow. We've seen a lot of that start to hit. Now the yields, we want to see us get rejected and start pushing back down. We want to see a hold, reject, push down. Now we saw what happened last year when he broke below this. It sparked the upside push. It sparked the bottom on the market when we had January, February, really great action to the upside. So that's what we like there. Okay. So going a little bit further, let's go back. Okay. Now look at here, Qs. Again, you're just ending the day at all-time highs once again, just continually ending. So I don't need to go over Qs or SPY too much, right? I anticipate Qs to continue running. I think SPY is going to get to those levels as well, to its all-time high. You're not very far off. As you can see here, the level to be watching is like basically 480 flat. You have about $5, $6 to get there, or $5, $4, give or take. That's where you're at right now. Now, I'm going to go into the stocks I like. But again, you just want to keep your head on a swivel, be a little bit patient here. Because again, it's the end of the year, number one. People think taxless harvesting is going to come. It's not, spoiler alert, hedge funds don't, account for taxes the last day of the year. Come on. What are we talking about? Okay, volume again, declining. Makes sense. Okay, so that's what we're looking at there. What I will say, though, if volume steps in whatsoever, you're gonna see this happen quick to the upside. I'm telling you right now, if you're able to move up with this few amount of buyers and the lack of activity across the board, You should be optimistic and you should be happy. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention here before I go too far as well, okay, I'm just going to say this. Some of these indicators are tough. SMH, semiconductors, absolutely monstrous, just ripping to the upside. XLK, looking great, wants to rip, wants to break. And I'll say one of the best leading factors on XLK this year has been Microsoft. So again, you're going to see why I talk about Microsoft, why I like them so much. Again, XLK, Microsoft, very good. Okay, now I'm going to run over stocks really quickly that I'm liking. Today's video is going to be a bit shorter, okay? Number one, Tesla. Tesla, you want to see the hold above 260. You've held 252.5. Fantastic. You saw that downtrend line. You're breaking out of it, and you're getting that bump and run, right? You get that breakout, back down, break back out. Great overall trend. We've seen this happen a lot with Tesla. It looks really strong, really good. I like Tesla. It gets above 260. You're going to start running, and I believe this could get really volatile. I think you can get back into 290, 300 quick. I know you're like, Tyler, what the hell? You're super bullish. That's crazy. Again, above 260 is what you want. Get above 260, then you go long. Target number one around 278. And then after that, again, around 295, 300 quick. Microsoft as well. If it gets above, you're looking, all you need is a hold above 377. You get above that, you're ripping back into all-time highs, in my opinion. NVIDIA, you're doing it once again here. Get that nice bull flag. You're trying to break out. It's just taking its time, guys. Again, you can also see here, if we go on the chart prime indicator, if you're interested in the indicators like that, link is down below. Check them out. Again, that liquidity level right there. And it goes way back all the way to August, right? A massive amount of liquidity there. Sellers continue to step in. 500 is a brick wall. Okay. Those are my favorite names. Can be really clear. Those are my favorite ones. Microsoft, NVIDIA, Tesla. And those are aggressive names. But again, we've made our money. I've been patient now. I've been waiting for these setups to play out. And I think we're getting the opportunity that we want. So that's what I like. That's what I'm looking at. And that's how I'm attacking this. Now, if you have questions, comment down below. But I want to leave you with one more thing. I told you guys there was a mid cap, a small cap that I like. And today we're going to talk about it. Ticker symbol Z, Zillow. This is my favorite small cap going forward. And it is more than just a technical play here. But if we go to the weekly, as you can see here, let's get really quick into it so you can see. You can zoom out. You have this clear cut level at 66, 65. The safest play here is getting above 66 and then going long if you get the breakout above that. If you get above that, in my opinion, you're pushing easily to 85, 84. And then after that, you could push possibly into 100. Okay. But right now you can get a little bit risky above 57, 57-ish, give or take, and try to trade it back into 65, 66, or maybe even higher, hold it for a swing. It's just like with Upstart. When you got above that key level, it was smooth selling, very easy to trade, for almost like free money for myself, right? Getting in here, you're just getting yourself a little bit more money you can make. You open up the risk a lot more. The trade thesis isn't fully complete there. I'm going to tell you right now, really quickly, why I like Zillow. Number one, interest rates. I love what's happening there. You're seeing mortgage rates drop over 4% in the past month. This is going to continue happening, especially if the dollar looks weak, and especially with the idea of a rate cut coming soon. Okay, those are all things that are going to validate this. We start to see housing sale numbers go up, which I anticipate they start to spike beginning of this year like they did last year. Why? I think they will, based on what's happening with mortgage rates and based on the overall demand. Personal opinion, how I'm attacking this, what I'm looking at. If you disagree, comment down below. I would love to have a conversation, go back and forth with you. Again, but this is just what I'm looking at. I love what's happening here. I'll show you guys how this goes moving forward. But the last thing I do want to say too is I made a reel about Carvana and some other names, and people were like, well, Carvana is dumping. I was really clear on Carvana. The safest time to enter, just like with Zillow, is a mount of like 58 to 60. You have to mount that level like on the daily. If you don't mount it, as you're getting rejected here on the daily, it's not an entry signal. But I will say, all you're doing here is bull flagging now, and you're going to get ready to get a breakout. IWM's already run to 204 from 200. Looks very strong as well. So again, these are why I like these names, what I'm looking at, how I'm attacking them. Have a good one, traders. See you tomorrow.